Hey guys, Disastrous Magic here, and I just wanted to do a quick recap of what I'm hearing, because I didn't try to do this personally, about how the launch of Guilds of Ravnica Mythic Edition went. That's that crappy $250 overpriced pile of garbage where they're basically selling you singles, but for legal reasons they throw in boosters so that they're not. And they're basically just selling you Masterpiece reprints. And you'd have to buy it through the Hasbro Toy Shop, the only place you can get it, unless you're planning on going to a Channel Fireball Grand Prix. Oh, I think I heard something else about Grand Prix today. Watch my next video. Okay, so first let's rewind a couple weeks. So Wizards says this, they release it on all their whatever social media, their page, all that. Hey, this is the thing, go buy it. Here's when it's available, whatever. Pretty much everyone, and I mean everybody, replied to them. Every single time you do a launch like this, it crashes your stupid Hasbro toy website, okay? This is Magic the Gathering. I know you're screwing over everybody outside of the US and Canada by not letting them make orders there, but it's still gonna crash. Well, they either didn't listen, didn't care, or didn't prepare enough if they did listen, because, well, to say it crashed wouldn't be quite right, because that's not exactly what happened. So, once again, I gotta say, this is all hearsay. This is, people's accounts, but a lot of them are backed up by screenshots. So it's not like Wizards admitted any of this, but this is just what I'm seeing online, all over the place, social media, Reddit, whatever. So the launch rolls around, everybody hits the website stops responding correctly. You try and hit add to cart, it just gives you some kind of error, timeout, whatever. If you happen to get it in your cart and then get it to the checkout or whatever, the first part of checking out would work. Let's put it that way. If you're wondering why that is, it's because it immediately loads all the data and processes everything offsite at whatever merchant service provider they're using. They're not big enough to have their own internal whatever. Like basically everybody has to go through a gateway portal to run credit cards. So their servers are appropriate. They can take giant surges. They're very scalable and it's a giant cloud. So what did work was running your credit card and filing the charge. What didn't work was the response back to the server telling them that your credit card was run correctly and then telling it to send you a confirmation email and put the order through. So people knew who researched this ahead of time that the rule when it comes to this website specifically is if you didn't get a confirmation email, then you didn't place the order. Doesn't matter if it hit your credit card or not. Doesn't matter if you got to the final page saying it was completed. You have to actually get the confirmation email. So people who didn't immediately get the email, or even, 5 minutes later, because, it's lagging, theoretically the mail server should be separate, but who knows, they go try to buy it again. Just to be safe. Also, if the payment information went through, but it timed out getting to the final, okay, your order is confirmed page, then what would you do? You'd start over. Well, guess what that resulted in according to just about everybody? Oh, I've seen the screenshots. People have been charged 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Oh my God, I hope that's not a debit card. I mean, me, I wouldn't care. I'd be using a credit card. I would just assume that this was going to happen because this ain't my first rodeo. I never use any of them and they all have $20,000 limits. Okay. So not a big deal if they want to charge me 5 times, $250. It's going to piss me off a little bit, but I'm just going to take a wild guess they're going to refund me. Little side note here. If you notify them, I believe it's, this is different for Visa, Discover, MasterCard, and Amex, by the way. They all have different policies, but if you contact them 3 times about the refund, and wait at least 2 weeks. That's what it usually is. And you don't get a response and you don't get your money back, you can file a chargeback. Just take note of when you called them, who you contacted, how long you were on hold, who you talked to, anything they said, any of that. You need that all for the report. And here's the fun part. If they get enough chargebacks, they will no longer be allowed to take credit cards. And if you think, oh, Hasbro, come on, they're too big. This almost happened to Macy's. Yeah, that Macy's. Either that or Kohl's, but I think it was Macy's. I don't remember. Yeah, they had such high fraud and chargebacks and issues with the credit card theft and all that Visa threatened to pull it unless they took drastic actions. So that'd be funny if it happened to Hasbro. Maybe it would make them learn to run servers that aren't complete garbage. So please, everybody do this if you don't get your money back within a very reasonable amount of time. So anyway, back to the timeline here. I don't know what the cause of this was. I will speculate on it though. But apparently some people are reporting, and this has been backed up by screenshots that I've seen, they changed the availability date very shortly after it went live to the next day. So everybody saw it and thought, oh, okay, so I can't order it till tomorrow. They're going to maybe do something with the servers, whatever, who knows. Okay, everything went to crap. Let's try it again tomorrow. So they gave up and went, they went on with their life and their day or whatever. Well, it turns out that wasn't true, and I do believe they've now sold out. So, oops. So either it was a computer system pushing it to the next day because they had already sold out. It was a computer glitch, like a catch thing where it's like, oh, something's wrong with our server. Let's just toss this to the next day and disable it. effectively. I kind of doubt that because it still let people make orders. Or a human manually did it. A person working for the website, for Hasbro, for maybe even Wizards, who knows, probably not. They changed it just to make X amount of people go away because the servers were like melting. I think it's that option. I really do. Wow, so just outright lying to customers to make them go away so that anybody not tricked by that or who didn't read it gets to have their order go through. So people are like being polite and like, okay, I'll take the load off the server. You're going to push it till tomorrow. I'll come back. Okay. Yeah, you don't get anything. The person going, I don't care what it says. I'm going to hit, add to cart 50 times. They got the product and you didn't. That's wonderful. So people getting charged $1,000 trying to buy this multiple times. Oh boy. And then, okay, let's follow up with what's the aftermath. Hey, remember when I made a video about this and I said in my professional experience in situations like this, with like Nintendo Classics, Amiibos, other similar launches, hot Pokemon sets, all the stuff that I've kind of dealt in and know about, my estimation is that they'll sell for about double. They'll hit about $500. I'll admit it. I was wrong. It's much higher than that. Okay. To be fair, this morning it was $496. I think I saw it for $497, something like that. And right now it's $525 and up. Like literally one person has it for $525. Hell, let me refresh the page. Yeah, it's gone. $535 is now the lowest. Oh, do you know how it's limit 2 per person, right? Take a guess if there's anybody on eBay with quantity above 2 available. I'll give you a hint. Yes. So people were getting multiple accounts, multiple computers, and smurfing it with, 2 different credit cards or whatever. Well, that's what scalpers do. By the way, this person who has quantity 3 available, which that seems odd. Wouldn't it be a multiple of 2? Like, why did their second person only buy 1? Anyway, they are in California because duh, and $625 they got them at. So yeah, if they're scalping them hard. I mean, like, if they're going to take the time to get more than 2 somehow, well, they're going to get their money out of it. They're going to rip you off really hard. Here's the other thing. Okay, you know how you couldn't order these unless you were in Canada or the US? Almost nobody on eBay is offering international shipping because they probably know as well as I do. Okay, I've sold thousands of items on eBay and 6 times I have opened it up to international for various reasons. 6 different countries, all 6 times, all 6 people tried to scam me or rip me off. Everybody knows on eBay that when it comes to, are people going to call me xenophobic or racist if I don't sell to international because of scam problems? No, back in the real world, we all know damn well don't sell international or they're going to try to rip you off. Doesn't even matter what country. They just assume with the longer shipping time and the international hassle and the language barrier and the fact that eBay has a headquarters in, for example, Germany, and eBay Germany can side against you, and they might. Yeah, let me just say it's not a pleasant experience, and I've lost a lot of money, and so is my other friend that sells on eBay. So if people in America are going to pay, $525, $530, $550, why the hell bother with international? So even if you were in like South America or Asia or who knows, anywhere, Europe, who cares, especially Australia, if you thought, okay, fine, I'll buy it secondhand, nope, go to eBay, probably every single international one is sold out. Actually, I see 2 that say global shipping right in the title. But I don't think 2 is going to cover the world's supply, okay? Call me crazy. So honestly, Grand Prix Milwaukee, which I'm going to be right across the street from but not going into for legal reasons, obviously. I don't think they want me there. Yeah, I'm going to send in people that have never been showing their face on camera into the GP to buy this from Channel Fireball cash in person. I mean, if they're just going to let anybody scalp anything and turn this into a disaster, an artificial shortage, and just a complete joke, I'm going to participate too, because I lost $1,000 on Amonkhet. So at this point, Wizards, you owe me. Yeah, I'll be part of the problem, but I mean, I didn't cause the problem. Okay, I'm just participating in it. Their garbage servers caused the problem. Wizards caused the problem. Hasbro caused the problem. Greed caused the problem. So yeah, this whole thing was actually, and this is surprising, an even bigger disaster than what people were saying it was going to be. They were just going to be like, it's going to sell out in like 5 minutes, and the website's going to be all laggy, and then, people who want it aren't going to get it. No, it's like, okay, all that, and you got charged $1,000 and then got nothing. And you still can't buy it internationally on eBay. Okay, whoever's rolling in the entire supply of, we'll just say, probably hundreds of these at a Grand Prix, they're probably gonna need to be armed and wearing bulletproof vests. I'm just saying. They're basically gonna be bringing in carts of bricks of gold. And then somebody could follow somebody who just bought some out into the parking lot and then mug them. Also, I'm pretty sure most Grand Prix are gun-free zones. So then Wizards is going to get sued for failing to protect them at the venue and disarming them. And the one in Milwaukee is in Wisconsin where people have already been sued, so then you have precedent. So if you thought this can't get worse, just wait for GP Milwaukee. It's gonna get worse. Okay, I'm not saying anybody's actually gonna try to pull off a robbery, but, you know, it's not unheard of. They're setting themselves up with this level of value. I mean, let's just say the last time, or not the last time, but one of the times when they shipped a bunch of product to Brazil and it looked pretty valuable, somebody broke into the warehouse or the truck or whatever and stole like a good portion of the entire supply of Magic cards for the entire country. A lot of stores in Brazil could not hold the pre-release events because the kits were stolen. Or if you think it's just me and I'm being paranoid and I'm overthinking this and I just want to carry my gun everywhere, so this is just my opinion, a lot of creators, we're talking hundreds, are openly boycotting TwitchCon and refusing to go because of what happened at the Madden tournament. They're saying, hey, if you're going to disarm me and make it a gun-free zone, which it was, but you're not going to properly stop any kind of active threat, a bomb, a poison gas attack, mass shooting, any of that, you're not going to have armed security. I mean, they check bags and stuff, I heard, but like, I mean, let's just say you can get past a pat-down and a metal detector with certain things, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna feel safe anywhere unless I personally have a weapon. It's really that simple. So they're saying, hey, well, then remember there was that one YouTuber, singer person who got shot at their own event or concert or whatever it was. So anyway, mini rant about the Second Amendment over. I'm going to Jeremy's event across the street. Details to follow, by the way. And honestly, he might make guns mandatory. Okay, I kind of doubt it based on what happened before because that'll just guarantee a shootout. But like, basically, if you got it on you and you got a permit, just we don't want to know about it. I assume that would be his opinion. Might want to bring it up with him. I'm just showing up. He's the one planning it. But yeah, this is going to be a Category 5 shitstorm. Trying to move these at Grand Prix, which is now your only place to buy them. Oh, by the way, whoever's running that booth better have some damn sharp eyes and not have them like out on the table because, you know. So yeah, good job, Wizards. You lied to people, crashed the website, didn't listen to anybody about it crashing, and then stole people's money, and now it's all gone, and the only place to get it is a GP where somebody's probably going to stab you in the parking lot. Pretty much the greatest product release I've ever heard of from Wizards so far. I think they really nailed this one, and I hope they do it again. By the way, let me just predict the future again, because I was completely right about this whole thing so far. If I know Wizards of the Coast, and I do, they're going to pull in Eternal Masters and suddenly pull more of these out of their ass, or print more. Still don't really know what truly happened with Eternal Masters. But yeah, if these are going for like 600, upwards of 600 on the secondary market, guess what? They're going to run some more off and do a second run of them. I do not recall any kind of language stating we are going to produce X amount, or this is an only run. We absolutely contractually assure you we are not making more of these. They never said that. Unless I missed it, scroll down for 100 people correcting me in the comment section if I'm wrong. So if you do really want it and you go on eBay and pay $600 or $555, whatever it's at by this point, probably went up while I'm recording this, then it's going to get devalued probably down to like 3 and change because they're going to reprint it. Because Wizards does not leave money on the table. And honestly, they're probably going to do the second wave as a WPN allocation only to only send it to stores and bypass this Hasbro bullshit. In my best estimation, that is what they'll do. So watch for that, or do what I'm doing and just laugh at the whole thing, be like, wow, Wizards is a bunch of idiots and so is Hasbro, and then ignore the product because that's a lot of damn money and who cares. I'd avoid it like the plague. I'm just saying. And then Rudy's probably going to go pull a Plain Chase anthology and buy up like 1,000 of them and lose 50%. He's going to be like, oh, these are so limited edition and there's so much demand for them. No. Oh, Eternal Masters is going to be so hot. They'll never do a second wave. Oh, crap. I kind of wonder if he actually even makes money. By the way, he said he watches my channel while he sorts cards and ships them out, and GRN just released. So hi, Rudy. Love you. So anyway, that's the history of this wonderful botched product release, and they are not going to do this again. I can almost guarantee it. In fact, they've already said before it even happened that they're probably not going to do it again in that other article. It was something about, we appreciate your feedback and we're making changes. So in other words, this was a disaster. They're trying to mitigate it, and that's when they said they're going to sell them at GPs too. And you know they didn't suddenly run off more to sell at GPs. Okay, that's almost impossible. They took probably half the supply away from the online orders and sold them at GPs, or they gave them to Channel Fireball to bring to GPs. Oh, by the way, if that's the case and they're letting CFB warehouse them, I bet their employees and their friends and family, they might have gotten a couple at cost. Maybe a couple disappeared. I'm not saying they did it. I'm just saying that's a distinct possibility. All I'm saying is I could see that happening. So that's all I got to say about this disaster. Hope you guys found it as entertaining as I did. And raise your hand if you saw this coming. Hell, leave a thumbs up in the video if you saw this coming. I'll see you guys next video.